Hello, welcome to Local Edition. I'm Leslie Leyton. Today we're talking with Jim Righeimer. He is the mayor of Costa Mesa, making headlines often in the past year and continuing no doubt into the future. We're going to talk to him about some of those headline-grabbing issues right now. Measure V went down.
Correct.
You were trying to create a charter environment to outsource some of the pension-inducing positions, such as police and firefighters.
Yeah, it's not the police and firefighters much that the charter would do. Basically, a charter allows you to separate from Sacramento and how you run your rules. So your bylaws, if you're not a charter city, are in Sacramento. So whenever Sacramento wants to change a rule to say you have to pay prevailing wage for work or you have certain work rules, they just do it and it's in your charter. The cities around us, Newport, Huntington, Irvine, are all charter cities. They don't change much differently there, except that if you need to do some work and change out a sidewalk, you don't have to pay $43 an hour for the person to hold the stop go sign. Mm-hmm. Those kind of things, what it does. It doesn't affect police and fire. The charter doesn't do that at all there.
But you were at war with some of the police and firefighters over the pensions and what you perceive as costs that are becoming a real burden to the city. And statewide, even the unions were working to oppose this measure.
Yeah, I mean, war is maybe a little bit of a strong word in there. We love our police and our fire. They're great folks, but they were offered a package, a dozen years ago, which said you can get 90% of your pay at 50 years of age. And nobody really did the math to just say that is completely unsustainable. I mean, you're not retiring at 60 or 65, you're retiring at 50. It means the city's going to pay 90% of your pay, which goes up 2% a year. Mm-hmm. And, by the time you're 80, literally we're paying out, $3 million for you. It's just an unsustainable number. Nobody really wanted to believe it. And so now cities are focusing on it and saying this doesn't make any sense. So we just got to get back to a reality-based pension. And we're still not there yet because of state laws, but we're going to get there.
In recent times, it seems like it's been a more friendly environment. The unions more willing to talk to you and you more willing to talk to the unions. Do you think you're going to find some happy resolution?
Well, happy is an interesting word. I mean, I think as the public catches up to how much trouble our cities are in, I would say that most cities, if you've got your police and fire subbed out to the county, let's say, you may look at your pension problem and think you don't have it. The reality of it is the county has the pension problem and you're buying from them, so your costs are going to go up dramatically. But the cities that have their own police and fire all have massive financial issues, whether they want to admit it or not. And so when you look at it and you say, give you an example, we have a great guy, lieutenant, 50 years of age, retired, his pension's $165 a year. When he's 62, his pension will be $201,000 a year, and when he's 80, his pension will be $297. We're already committed, we have to pay that. And when you lay those numbers out and realize everybody retiring in the police and the fire department is retiring at over $100,000 a year pensions, and you just run that out 30 years, that's $3 and $4 million per person.
Are you feeling that, are you seeing that people are starting to warm up to some of your ideas in that there's kind of a class warfare going on where it's, tax the rich with Prop 30, and now you're seeing people who don't have guaranteed pensions thinking, well, maybe I don't, as a taxpayer, want to pay so much into these funds?
I think the point of it is that as people get older, and we're all getting older, I'll be an adult soon, as that goes forward in there, what you do is you pay down your house. The most affordable housing is a paid-for house. The idea to sit there and say, pay somebody a pension of 90%, going to 100% or more of their pay into the future when they really don't need all that much money. It's like continuing lifestyles where your costs and expenses should go down.
We appreciate talking with you about it, Jim Righeimer, and we're glad you were there too for this local edition. I'm Leslie Leyton.